Am I the asshole for not forcing my child to eat blueberries? Today, my wife gave our 11-year-old son some blueberries. My son said that he'd rather not eat them because he doesn't really like blueberries. My wife replied, "But these are really good." So my son hesitantly tried one blueberry and replied, "Thanks, but I still don't like them and rather not eat the rest." I thought that was the end of it and went to the store to get groceries for dinner. When I came back, my son was crying at the table because he was forced to eat the remaining 3 blueberries. I asked my wife, "Why is he crying?" And she explained that he had to eat the blueberries because it is healthy. Thinking it was just about eating a piece of fruit, I told my son that he didn't have to eat the blueberries, but he did have to eat another piece of fruit instead, like an apple or 3 strawberries or something similar. My son immediately agreed, spat out the blueberries in the garbage can, and started eating an apple. This, much to my wife's dismay. She said I overruled her authority and that my son will never learn to eat healthy. My reply was that it is not okay to force a child or any other person to eat something they don't like, especially after they tasted it. How would she feel if I forced her to eat something she doesn't like? Why is it okay for her to not eat certain foods, but not for our son? He likes enough vegetables and fruit in order to get a balanced diet, so I think we should meet him halfway and not focus on forcing him to eat stuff we know he doesn't like. And he is not really a fussy eater, so we have plenty of healthy stuff to choose from. The situation escalated, and at one point my son even said, "I'll just eat the blueberries," in an attempt to de-escalate our argument, after which he took 3 blueberries from the fridge and swallowing them almost whole, just to get it over with. Sadly for him, it didn't really work because we were already too far into the argument, although I did thank him afterwards for trying and apologized for not being able to let it slide. Am I the asshole because I didn't force my son to eat the blueberries and allowed him to take another piece of fruit he does like? Edit. I wasn't expecting such a big response and haven't been able to read all comments. Thanks to everyone who responded. I really appreciate the advice. Maybe I'm not the AH in this situation, but in the future, I will try not to argue with my wife in front of our son. Congrats to your wife for working so hard to mess up your child's relationship with food, and also starting an argument right in front of him so he would feel wretched and guilty over something that wasn't his fault. Fess, he even tried the blueberries. He's allowed to not like things, as any human being is. AITA, keep an eye on how she treats him going forward, especially when it comes to food. This incident is likely to have him doing things he doesn't want to do to reduce friction at home. And the next time she starts up with you in front of him, take it elsewhere. He doesn't need to see or hear that shit. The father's attitude is perfect. The kid eats a balanced diet of plenty of other fruit and vegetables. He was willing to try it, and he was polite. It's ridiculous to force him to eat foods he doesn't like. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. It sounds like your wife, a wannabe helicopter/tiger mother, read somewhere that blueberries are a superfood. As a parent, I am all for expanding your child's palate, introducing new foods, and encouraging them to try it. However, demanding children eat food they clearly dislike and turning your kitchen table into a battlefield is pointless. As adults, we have foods we dislike and avoid. Children are no different. You offered a healthy alternative to the blueberries, and your son was happy as Larry to eat another fruit. I asked my wife, "Why is he crying?" And she explained that he had to eat the blueberries because it is healthy. Thinking it was just about eating a piece of fruit, I told my son that he didn't have to eat the blueberries, but he did have to eat another piece of fruit instead, like an apple or 3 strawberries or something similar. My son immediately agreed, spat out the blueberries in the garbage can, and started eating an apple. He ate an apple? The end, or so it should have been. Not the asshole. Being able to control your own eating and not eat when you are full or not hungry or you don't like it, an important skill. Your wife is teaching your son to ignore his own body. That's a bad idea. There is no rational reason why a different kind of fruit should not have been enough. It's one thing to teach healthy eating and portion control, but forcing him to eat foods he hates could teach him that healthy eating means discomfort and could have very unpleasant outcomes. Your wife needs to learn what healthy eating is, and that includes stopping when you are full or don't want any more. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.